Go.
Hi, my name is Christina Smith, and I attend CCU, and I'm taking Human Sexuality under Mrs. Cartwright. There are many key principles that can be learned by taking Human Sexuality. Personally, I felt that this class was very challenging and rewarding. I urge you, brothers and sisters, to watch out for those who cause divisions and put obstacles in your way that are contrary to the teaching you have learned. Keep away from them. Chapter 16, verse 17. The devil will always put obstacles in our path. How we interpret these obstacles shows our problem-solving skills as well as our passion to live. I have thought plenty of times that this class would become an obstacle blocking me from my bachelor's degree. I will take away from this class an understanding of the key concepts that were taught in human sexuality, the pros and cons of studying human sexuality, a comparison between the textbooks and scripture, and a description of what has influenced my views. I will take away the understanding of key concepts that were taught in human sexuality. In human sexuality, we discuss healthy sexuality, gender role, and the identity formation, the differences between dating and courtship, and the meaning of love through C.S. Lewis. All these topics are important to understand and to referring to premarital sex and why it's important to wait to marriage for sex. There are many pros and cons of human sexuality while using the appropriate research. I think there are more pros and cons on studying healthy sexuality. I think teenagers should study safe sex, but I think they need to know about the spiritual side. I never was given the talk when I was younger. I think this affected me greatly. I thought sex was bad and wrong. I think if parents had a healthy discussion with their children, it could be beneficiary to everyone. The cons of not discussing could result in STD, teen pregnancies, or even abortions. The pros may be we can save a lot more teen adults from unnecessary heartbreaks. This is the pros and cons of studying healthy sexuality. I will give a comparison of our textbooks and scripture. In Miss Winter's book, she says the bottom line is this: God created sex for marriage, and with a Christian moral vocabulary, it is impossible to defend sex outside of marriage. One similarity I found between the textbooks was that we should save ourselves safe sex for marriage. Our textbooks have their own way of explaining why we should wait for marriage. In Scripture, it tells us to wait till marriage to have sex. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cling unto his wife, and they shall be one in flesh. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. We leave our parents' home and we become one with our mate. The textbooks and scripture both imply the importance in waiting till marriage for sex. I have given a comparison of the textbooks and scripture. I will give a description of what influenced my views in human sexuality. Even though times are different from the Old Testament, it still stands that sex before marriage is a sin. We all come from different backgrounds, environments, and cultures. Everyone will have a different outlook on sex before marriage. God created sex for marriage. My views have always been that premarital sex is a sin. I knew that premarital sex is a sin because of the Bible. I never knew the true meaning why it was a sin. After reading Winter and Arthur's books, I understand the meaning behind why premarital sex is a sin. God made sex between a man and a woman, and it's a wonderful gift. The church influenced my thoughts on sex with sin before marriage. That's what I thought. The church should be our cornerstone on sex before marriage, but I think they need more spiritual classes on the subject. This is a sensitive subject, but a very rewarding and truly understanding the whole reasons behind waiting. I have discussed the key concepts that were taught in human sexuality, the pros and cons of studying it, and a comparison between the textbooks and scripture, along with my own personal views. We know that premarital sex is wrong. There are healthy ways in studying human sexuality. We need to read scriptures on premarital sex and study the scripture. We need to be strong enough to respect the boundaries God has placed upon us. We are only hurting ourselves while we do not obey God's law. Thank you very much.